welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and in today's video, we are going to be doing another X-Wing How to Fly. In this series, I basically tell you guys and teach you guys how to fly certain ships. With that said, that's what it's supposed to be. Really, I tend to just tell you my strategies, how I choose to fly these ships. And you can basically take the way I choose to fly them, take my strategies, and apply them to your own game. With that said, everyone has their own way of playing this game. Everyone has their own strategies. The way I choose to look at these ships might help you come up with your own strategies for the game. But nothing I say in this video is a has to be this way. It's more or less the way I do it, and the way I do it might help you. So, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about X-Wing How to Fly. Which ship are we going to be flying in today's video? Alright, and today we are going to be talking about one of the cooler TIE variants. I personally am a fan of this ship. It's not my favorite TIE variant, but I have to agree that it looks really awesome. Of course, today I am talking about the TIE Interceptor. Let's go over its points cost, shall we? And actually, it's not a very costly ship. It's actually kind of a cheap ship. But you'll understand why that is when you look at its actual abilities. It's not a very strong ship at all. With that said, it does have some fun abilities that are a lot more maneuverable than a normal TIE fighter. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Let's look at its quick builds. And I tend to use the modified versions of quick builds. I take the quick builds and modify them to my strategy according to whatever game I'm playing. With that said, there's not much to talk about the quick builds. They're actually pretty handy. I actually agree with most of the quick builds. Quick note here, interestingly, you can actually have two of the same type of upgrades on this card. Not the exact same, but like you can put both a hull upgrade and a shield upgrade on one ship. So basically, two more lives on a TIE fighter. That's pretty cool on this ship. That's pretty darn cool. With that said, let's go over its stats, shall we? So, this is the TIE Interceptor. We got 3 red dice, 3 evades, and 3 hull. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. And generally, these can hold 3 other cards too. This is a pack of 3s here. And in fact, know what's even funnier about it? Here's my 3 TIE Interceptors. Don't they look awesome? I personally really like the red one. And of course that one with the red stripe is so totally awesome. The red one and the one with the blood red stripe on it are actually from the Imperial Aces pack. I remember getting this pack. I think it is such a cool and interesting pack. With that said, all 3 of these TIE fighters are actually 1.0, and the 2.0 TIE fighter, there's nothing different other than the fact that it comes with the 2.0 cards. In fact, I actually hope that they eventually do release this ship in 2.0 as well, at least the red ones. So we just have some sort of variety back in the Star Wars TIE Fighter range. I mean, I really like the TIE Interceptor. I really do. And the reason why I really like it is because of its actual second ability. So, some ships actually have secondary rules for using them. And when it comes to a lot of them, some of them I won't even discuss because they're really basic to understand and there's not really anything I have to really go through. But this one I really, really like. So let me go ahead and put this card back up here so I can read it to you. After you perform an action, you may perform a red barrel roll or red boost action. And the reason why I like this ability a lot is, say for some reason you're against a really, really high powerful ship. One that's going to possibly attack first. You know, like say a TIE Fighter going up against the Falcon or something like that. Something really powerful that it can't hope to take down in one shot. Okay? Well, then you might be able to not only take an evade action, but you might be able to boost or barrel roll out of the enemy's firing range. Not to mention, if they're behind you, you might be able to again gain an evade action and boost and barrel roll out of the attack range. Plus, with 3 evades and 3 attacks, this ship can actually be quite a handy ship. It's actually more of a fighter, more of a livable fighter than the TIE Fighter variants at all. So it's really, really an awesome ship. So let's go over its action stats, shall we? A focus token, evade token, barrel roll, and I really, really love boost actions. In fact, here's a little something about me. If a ship has a boost action, most likely, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be one of my favorite ships. And if I use a TIE Fighter variant, the TIE Interceptor isn't too many more points than the old regular TIE Fighter variant. So I instantly choose this one over a regular TIE Fighter in the first place. And it actually makes sense that inside of the Star Wars lore here, the TIE Fighter actually was being beaten by the Rebels, and so they wanted to come up with a better designed ship. And so a lot of the times they stopped a little bit of production on the TIE Fighter and started a lot more production on the TIE Interceptor, just because of its better capabilities. With that said, it's still not exactly the strongest ship in the game, so you still have to fly it like a TIE Fighter. I definitely would recommend flying this alongside either a stronger ship or at least within a formation with a couple of them. And considering there are 3 TIE Interceptors that I have, I like flying these 3 together all of the time. With that said, let's go over my absolute favorite pilot. Okay, my absolute favorite pilot for this card, for this ship, is this guy. Skurfell, and I can never pronounce his name right. Sunterfell. I can't pronounce every Star Wars name right. I call myself a Star Wars fan, I can't pronounce his name right. It drives me insane. But let's go ahead and talk about its ability. At the start of the engagement phase, if there is an enemy ship in your 12 o'clock, gain 1 focus token. So this is really handy. So guess what? Not only did you just gain a focus token, but now you can hopefully boost or barrel roll closer to it to get a better shot at, or you can also now get an evade. So imagine this. You get a focus shot and an evade. You get basically 2 actions with the ship one way or another. Whether you're trying to run away from a ship or whether you're trying to attack a ship. And that's why, again, I really like Suterfrel. I can't pronounce this guy's name. It drives me crazy. With that said, let's go over some of the better cards that I like playing on this ship. So, I use this card all the time, like Trick Shot. Come on, Trick Shot can be used on pretty much every single ship in the game. It's a handy ability. Okay, I really actually like using Daredevil because it gives you a white boost action while you perform a white boost action. You may treat it as a red to use the one hard turn. So generally, when you play a boost action, you can either go one forward or you can go one bank. Now you can go one hard turn. Again, you're gonna give him a stress token for that, so you gotta be careful using this ability. But it is one to use. And there's outmaneuver as well. It's a handy card to use, especially on any TIE fighter variant, especially the TIE interceptor in particular. And of course, hull upgrade, shield upgrade. Why would you not use those two cards? You have the ability to use them. Why not use them on this ship? One of these three here, and then a hull upgrade and a shield upgrade. Boost yourself to 5 lives instead of 3 on a TIE fighter. That's pretty darn handy. With that said, thank you guys for watching, and those are my thoughts on the TIE Interceptor.